There seems to be a growing consensus in Washington that the only way to fix the worst economic downturn in more than 70 years is by giving out much more free money. One of the biggest problems people are not considering is that what the government wants to send out is not money but fiat currency. Fiat currency is an infinite supply of debt units disguised as money because of legal tender laws. This legal tender has been branded as stimulus because the economy needs to be resuscitated and Joe Biden needs more stimulus. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen needs more stimulus. Most members of Congress from both parties need more stimulus or they will take the blame for millions of people starving. Of course, none of the previous stimulus packages that we spent trillions of dollars on fixed the economy. But they insist that this latest one will finally do the job. Needless to say, the $1.9 trillion package proposal has overwhelming support among the American people. Because direct socialist payments have become wildly popular since they were first introduced last year. But by borrowing and spending so much money, we are literally committing national suicide. But very few people are concerned about that at this point. Even though the previous round of stimulus payments is still being sent out, Biden and his handlers can't wait to start sending out another round. In fact, Biden insists that we literally don't have a second to waste. Quite a few independent economists are trying to sound the alarm about the asset price inflation inequities, cryptos, and housing that the previous stimulus payments have created. But Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen is dismissing those fears. Instead of focusing on inflation, she says that not sending out more free money would be an even greater risk. She is assuring us that inflation is not an imminent threat, and because more people are saving than spending, we should believe her. After all, if we can just completely ignore the hard numbers and the extremely shocking charts the Federal Reserve keeps putting out. What she is saying sounds pretty good. I know that it is not normal for M1 to nearly double over the course of 12 months. But this is the new normal where the laws of economics are suspended and we can do whatever we want. So let's borrow and spend trillions more, because this party is just getting started. A while back, Republican Senator Mitt Romney proposed thousands of dollars in direct payments to parents with children. And Democrats liked that idea so much that they plagiarized it. Under this proposal, the Internal Revenue Service would provide $3,600 over the course of the year per child under the age of 6, as well as $3,000 per child of ages 6 to 17. I think that this proposal will have a 90% approval rating with U.S. parents. Of course, a minority will strongly object. They will insist that these are welfare payments and not really emergency stimulus, but they will take the money anyway. Since the entire ship is going down anyway, take anything that they send to you and use it for yourself and your family. At this point, survival is the priority. There is no going back to the way that things once were. We are literally committing national financial suicide, and at this point both political parties in Washington have completely discarded any pretense of fiscal responsibility. What about the national debt, you might ask? Every president since the gold window was closed has doubled the national debt. The national debt needs to go up or else. But now in the name of fighting a pandemic, all restraint is gone, and Biden has pledged his allegiance to build back our economy better than before. But what we do know is that all of the insane borrowing and spending that has been going on is already causing asset price inflation to show up in countless ways. The stock market continues to surpass all-time highs. Bitcoin continues to surpass all-time highs. In 2020, silver performed even better than the stock market did, and it continues to climb higher. Gold has been surging too, and the outlook for precious metals is going to continue to be bright as long as our leaders continue to flood the system with more money. Meanwhile, the real economy continues to steadily deteriorate. We are literally in the process of completely destroying our money. And since the US dollar is the de facto reserve currency of the whole world, the economic fate of the entire globe now rests in the hands of two of the world's most powerful central bankers, Janet Yellen and Jerome Powell. This tandem will be used to drain the world of the remaining purchasing power of the reserve currency so that they can usher in the next legal tender, the central bank digital currency.